everybody, I'm going to do a quick review of this knife here. This is the Timberline Tactical Wortac 2. Take this out. This is the package it came in. Here is all the information if you just want to check that out and you don't want to listen to me. That's all you need to know. There you go. Okay. Now, I was ordering some knives on, what was it, Knife Center the other day. And I just kind of was looking for something to throw down, like a little throw-in extra, and I saw this and it looked interesting. And holy cow, if it didn't end up being the favorite knife out of that order. This thing is a beast. If you like beast knives, just stop the video now and go grab you one. Now, I'm going to be honest, they're going to be a little cheaper on Amazon, so you won't have to pay for shipping if you have Prime over there, and maybe $1 cheaper. But, you know, Knife Center is awesome too. They're very reliable and really good customer service over there. Really nice people. If you ever called them, they're just always nice and accommodating. But enough about them. Let's check this knife out. This thing is a beast. It's just a monster. And I'm not going to go into that just yet. But it's a 1, 2, 3 point, what did they say? 3.9. Yeah, it's almost 4 inches of D2 steel. The thing with this knife is it's $34.95 or $34 for a budget blade like this. I'm going to show you some things I can compare it to, and you're going to think, no, but just yes. Check that out. All right, let's check the handle. This thing's locked up like you can't believe. Just impressive knife. If you're into the large knives like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 inches on this. Now, this one issue is getting this thing open, and it'll break in a little bit. It's breaking in on me a little bit, but it will test your thumb strength initially. So you're not going to be flicking this open out of the package. If you are, you're a better man than me. Which is not saying much. I'm just saying you're a better man than me. At least your thumbs are better than me. So, check that out. This thing is a beast in hand. Locked up. Just got this monster liner lock. And I'm going to bring something out here. And this is what it reminded me. There's 2 things this knife reminded me of when I got it. 2 knives. Okay, first, this liner lock really reminds me of... Oh, man, I should bring this out more. The Steel Wheel Bruiser. Check out the liner lock on both of these and tell me they aren't similar. It just the way it's locked up is so nice. It's very, and the lockup feeling is very similar to just nothing. It's not moving in any direction. So it reminds me of that a lot, but it also reminds me of something that I don't have access to. Damn it. All right, I'm just going to tell you right out. It reminds me of the Recon 1. The way, in a couple of different ways. First off, the texturing on this is a lot like the Recon 1 texturing. And the way it feels in your hand feels a lot like that. Just with the width and, man, look at that. Check that out. All right, I'm sorry. This knife just really surprised me. Now, compared to this knife from this side, it's very comparable. Check that out. This is the D2 Steel 2. It's the K1, was it K116, which is basically D2 from over there where this is made. This one's going to cost you around $200. This one's going to cost you $35. So you go with that. Now, I'm not saying they're the same knife or anything like that, but it's one of those things where you're going to ask yourself, is this going to do anything this won't do? And I don't see it. This thing is a great knife for $35. Here's the deal. If you like big knives like this, if you like the Bruiser, if you like the Adamas, if you like Recon 1s and stuff like that, 4-inch blades, and you don't mind D2 steel, which is a good hard steel, and you don't mind taking the effort to break this thing in a little bit, then you're going to love this knife. It's got a little glass breaker, dot maker on the back here. Smash in a window. Permanently decorate somebody's forehead. Excellent texturing on this thing. Like I said, the lockup on this liner lock is awesome. It's kind of inset into the scale there. And it's just a beast of a knife. It didn't come super duper sharp from what I could tell, but let's test it. This will be my first blade test on this. No, I was trying to cut something with it. It was some 550, it seems. So it's not super, I mean, it's sharp, but not hair popping sharp, I don't think. But it's still sharp enough to do a decent job. Just put a little edge on that thing if you want to. However, $35, you're not going to beat this for a beast knife. A budget beast knife. This is it. This is right up there with anything you're going to get. You're not going to get a beastlier knife for $35. Not something that's locked up with D2 steel. Alright, let's weigh this thing real quick. Check it out. It's going to weigh quite a bit. It's got those steel liners in there. Man, look at that. It's running on washers. You can feel that when you close it. So it's not, this isn't going to be the smoothest knife you ever had, but it might be the tankiest under $50 for sure. Alright, let's turn this on first because that's how it works with batteries. Okay, for our European friend, I know right away, 212 grams. Holy cow, it's a monster. Oh, yeah, you're looking at 7.48 ounces. So, right at 7.5 ounces. Let's see what the bruiser weighs. The bruiser says you need to put on some muscle. Okay, so it's lighter than the bruiser, but 7.5 ounces, that's a lot. But if you're looking for something that's a working tank knife, I mean, holy heck, $35. You can't beat this. I really am recommending this. If you like Cold Steel's monster blades, and if you like Adamas's, you know, you're not gonna go wrong with this thing. You're gonna love this thing. I wish I had the other one out here, but I don't know where it's at. Okay, so forget about that. But 7.5 ounces, that's pretty hefty for just an EDC, but if you're gonna use this as a work knife, I wouldn't carry this in your slacks to church. You might get holy water thrown at you, lots of this, you know, I need a young priest kind of stuff. But if you're using this at work, it's just locked up and solid, and you can't go wrong with the price. I mean, you could buy 6 of those for what this is going to cost you, and that's just a great deal. I've recommended to one guy already, and I think he'll be happy. I know he likes the bigger knives. I'm recommending it to anybody out there that likes something. And the thing is, it's not a brick in your hand. That's one thing I will say that is better than the bruiser and is better than the Adamas. This thing, I let my wife in her hands, and she's first thing she said was, I like the way it feels in my hand. I like the way it's contoured, and it does. This thing is contoured right. It's not just a brick for the sake of being a brick. This is solid, locked up, but it's got a nice feel. Like it's not going to give you a lot of hot spots while you work with it. So there you go. All right, I wanted to show that to you because it's pretty awesome, and it does compare favorably to some of the bigger knives like the Adamas. If I can get to my Adamas here, hold on one second, let me check out where the Adamas is. All right, here's my Adamas. Well, this is my Adamas Auto, so it's basically the same thing. All right, see, you can, I mean, it's not the same knife, but this is D2. You get the thick liners on both of these, and this is going to be about $160, $150 for a brand new Adamas, right around there if you can find a good deal on it. And this thing's $35 with the D2 steel. And let's see how much this Adamas weighs. If you're into Adamases, Adami, look, it's the same exact weight. It's the same exact weight. So if you're into the plural of Adamas, then you're gonna love this thing. I just almost can guarantee you're gonna love this if you like bigger, thicker knives like the Adamas. And you know, you don't want to spend, you want to get something this weekend and you don't have all that money to spend, and that's what's cool about it too. It's not going to kill you to get it. It's not going, you don't have to make a major investment and sell plasma to make up for it. All right, I think I've gone on enough. I've rambled on. Get over to Facebook. We can talk about this. What do you think of this? Is this too big for you? I mean, if it's too big for you, that's one thing. It's understandable. However, if you're into big knives, if you have a 4 Max, or if you're carrying something along those lines, this this will help you. You won't have to mess up your Formax when you go outside to chop some stuff or take it to work. I guess that's it. Leave a comment down there. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to y'all later.